Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks, Futures, and Forex Market Preview for the week beginning Sunday, May 1st and ending Friday, May 6th, 2022. We are into May already. April is over. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. Bull flag forming here as we've risen, obviously, with higher interest rates here in the U.S. and problems around the rest of the world. The safe haven has been here and money's moving here. That's why the dollar gets stronger. Let's look at some of the major currencies. So we've got the euro dollar. The inverse of the dollar index, not quite, it doesn't look quite the same, but it's still like it usually does. It's usually the inverse, but now it looks a little different. But still kind of close. I mean, it's hitting lows, we're hitting highs. Pound dollar, kind of the same thing again, although it's going to have a 13 buy signal here in no time. Pound yen, not much there. Obviously just banging around. And the euro yen, one more thing here, also just kind of banging around off the highs that it set over a week ago. Here is a look at the euro dollar for the week. High to low for the week is about 300 pips, so not bad. Thursday and Friday were flat, so most of that move was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is kind of nice to see in a couple days because we had some nice winners here on the pound this week as well, which also had a range of 400 pips. I mean, this is getting back to better forex trading for sure for us. Haven't seen that type of stuff in a bit, so it's exciting to see. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form, and as you can see, approaching the lows from February. So we had gotten that bounce, and we're still looking at what's going on in the Ukraine. Obviously, is a big deal. We're expecting rate hikes in a week and a half when it comes to the Fed and everything that goes with that. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But the Fed announcement is actually this week. So, they're talking about a half-point rate hike in May and then a three-quarter-point rate hike in June potentially. We'll see what they actually do. They're still worried about inflation, but obviously inflation being caused by the war, slow the economy in the middle of all that. It'll be interesting to see if that makes any sense at all, but we'll see what they do. The S&P cash lost 155.57. Again, that looks really ugly if we crack the lows in the morning. Futures currently showing up, but that may not last. NASDAQ 100 down 601 points. That's a new closing low. SOX down 136.62. Biotech's down 86.49. New lows there as well. The Russell 2000 down 53.84. Ouch. New lows there as well. Remember how flat that thing was during COVID. Crude oil down 86 cents to 103.82. Gold down $26.60. So gold has not really gone anywhere in this. It did pop for a bit, but now it's back. Basically back where it was 6 months ago. It doesn't even seem to care about what's going on in the war with inflation or everything. Advanced client ratio on the NASDAQ negative 1662. So way more stocks down than up on the New York negative 1869. Way more stocks down than up. NASDAQ volume 4.7 billion shares. Not pretty. The VIX gains 3.41 is what it is. The trend closes up at 2.26. So that puts that 10-day at 1.20, not a sell signal. Apple down $5.99. Not pretty. Amazon down 406.30. Big gap down on earnings there. Nothing pretty. That was part of what led the decline on Friday. Facebook down $5.26. Google loses 88.26. Goldman Sachs down 12.92. New lows on Goldman Sachs. Netflix down $9.16. Everything's hit, right? It feels like we just need a capitulation drop here, right? Peloton down 91 cents. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.57. Tesla down $6.75. Zoom down $2.99. And the VXX is up $1.67. So it is what it is. Bitcoin sitting at 38,610, and you got the Dow was down almost 1,000 points on Friday, not at lows, but close to it, of course. All right, in terms of the intra-week action, let's go to 10-minute candles just so we can see what's going on here. For the whole week, here's what we got. So, Monday was a small gap down, but filled, closed up for the day. Tuesday, small gap down, never filled, at least that day. Went lower, that was a pretty low close. Wednesday, small gap up, tried to fill and couldn't, closed flat for the session from the open. Thursday, small gap up, filled the gap, went higher, filled the gap from Tuesday's open that we were talking about, and then all the way back down to fill the other gap. So filled all the gaps Thursday and Friday, basically, is what that was. No gaps left for the week. We did fill everything, like we say. 80% of gaps fill the same day, 95% fill within a week. The other 5% usually fill eventually. So it is what it is, but that is the current state of the market, which is that, I mean, we're obviously negative for the week by a little bit at least. All right, in terms of economic data coming out this week, let's focus on the U.S. stuff. Factory orders at 10 a.m. Eastern time with JOLTS job openings. Monday, some New Zealand numbers overnight. Tuesday, we've got the trade balance out of Canada and the U.S., so that'll be half size for forex ahead. I'm sorry. How did we get that? That's Wednesday. I'm sorry. Monday. Let's try this again. Monday, manufacturing PMI numbers around the world, including here in the U.S., and the ISM manufacturing number at 10. Construction spending at the same time. And then now Tuesday, what I talked about, JOLTS job openings and factory orders. And then Wednesday, we've got the trade balance. So we'd be half size ahead of the day anyways, but we also have the Fed announcement, crude oil inventory. So we'd be half size ahead of that too. Japan's on bank holiday. So the 2 o'clock announcement, the 2:30 press conference, those will be very important. We're talking about what's going on in the market. Challenger job cuts here in the U.S. Weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers, preliminary non-farm productivity, natty gas, etc. That's all on Thursday. And then Friday, we've got the unemployment rate on top of it here in the U.S. So, that's a big one as well. So it'll be half size going into the Fed on Wednesday and a half size going into the unemployment rate on Friday. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.